Hi everyone, and welcome to another of our webinar series. So on this particular webinar, we're going to take a look at the AWR fields when you're booking a candidate into a job. So I'm currently on the final page of booking a candidate on a temp regular booking, as we can see here. On the right-hand side, you'll find you've got an AWR section. So we're just going to run through the fields and what they link to and what they're asking for. So the top one here, the hiring entity, is always going to link to the company record that you're booking that candidate in with. The second field on there is asking if the candidate is exempt from AWR. So if they're not, you can just put no. And if they are, you're going to select yes. If they are exempt, you'll then need to put in a reason for the exemption, and you'll need to select that from the blank file as usual. Now you'll find the top 4 reasons up here. If you're selecting any of those, what that means is when you book the candidate into the job and they have the assignment record created, and once the candidate is checked in, an AWR clock will not be created for that candidate in that booking for that role. As you were saying to the system, they are exempt from AWR, which is why the clock's not created. The only difference is if you're selecting pay between assignments. It's then different rules, and a clock will be created for that candidate. Now below here, we've got a section down here, which is placement history details. So this is basically asking you, has the candidate worked for this client before in the same job role? So if they have, you're just going to select yes. It then asks you how many weeks they have worked for that client before in that role. So how many weeks have they accumulated? So we say, for example, they've worked there for 6 weeks. So you'd put in 6. The verified section is important. So as long as you've checked all this information and you're happy that you've had confirmation from the client, then you can of course put verified yes. If you do leave verified as blank or you put no, what it's going to do is when you check in the candidate and the clock is created, it will ignore the fact you put in 6 weeks before, or the number of weeks, and it will start that clock at week 1 as per normal. Until you change verified to yes, once you've done yes, it then would start from week 6 instead of week 1, and then it will move on to week 7 on that first week that they're working for you. So that, as you can tell here, the verified box in here is very important to make sure you're putting in the correct data there. And that's all the fields linking to AWR when you're booking a candidate into a role.